Aquarius, hello. I do apologize for my voice. I lost it this week. It's come back, and I have my cough mostly tamed at the moment, so we're going to give this a shot, try to get some February videos recorded. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your February monthly read for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising placement. It is a general reading, so if it's not resonating for you, don't force the fit, okay? It might not be your particular energies that I'm picking up on in this reading. I did send a note out on the Facebook community asking for some suggestions on what you'd like to cover in the monthly read for February. And I got a mixed bag. I got people asking for love, for finance, general abundance type of readings. So what I think I'm going to do this week, my voice still isn't terribly strong. So I'm going to try not to keep them, a little shorter than my normal monthlies. But I'm going to ask Spirit to give us some guidance in 3 different areas. So first, what about love? Second, where's my money? And third, how do I get out of my own way? I got to get out of my own way in what regard? What is it that I am... I'm sort of blocking myself from progressing. In what area is that? So I have the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I've been getting familiar with it. It's a little different than the standard Rider-Waite interpretation. There are some different cards there. See if we can focus for you. You can see the artwork is absolutely stunning. Yeah, I'm still working on my setup here in the other office, and it's not the greatest, but you can see the cover generally. The Dreams of Gaia, and the artwork is great. So I'm still learning. I'm going to be, reading out of the book here to make sure I get the full interpretation from this particular deck creator for you. But we're going to give these a shuffle, and we're going to pull 3. What about love? Where's my money? And I got to get out of my own way, where? And then we'll build from there. We'll do some clarifying cards from the Linestrider Tarot. Okay? So, let's give these a good shuffle for you, Aquarius. Let's see what February has in store. Alright, I'm just going to keep this short, I'm going to break the deck into 3s. And we'll go like that. All right. What about love? The Counselor. Where's my money? Healing. And I got to get out of my own way, where? Emotions. So these are all interesting. I'm going to take a look here at the interpretation and read it for you. And I'll be sipping tea throughout, so... First, we have, with the question of what about love, we have the Counselor. The Counselor. You can see her. Very interesting art. This is the 12 of water. So the Dreams of Gaia is broken into earth, air, water, fire, as the minor arcana, and the Counselor would be, I don't know, I don't want to call them equivalents, so I'll just say it's the 12 of water for you with regard to the question of love. And let's see what the book has to say about that. 12 of water, the Counselor. Empathic, wise, objective advice. Trustworthy, emotional understanding, clarity, and sharing. A time of questions and mixed emotions. Look beyond the words to the emotions. Mixed or confused emotions. You must listen, and then you will finally hear. Seek objective counsel. An emotionally complex situation, perhaps a lack of empathy, an opportunity for understanding, Be receptive and not rejecting. Are feelings preventing a resolution? So this is a deeply emotional energy here around the question of what about love. It seems that there are some challenges in your romantic connection, if you have one presently, or perhaps you're being blocked from having one by these strong emotions. It seems that emotion may be clouding your ability to be objective, making it harder for you to hear what is actually being said. The Counselor of Water represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman whom the king or queen calls upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experience of concern. This energy is someone trusted, caring, compassionate person who will listen attentively and only interrupt the flow to ask a question if there is need. So, in the realm of love, perhaps you have a blockage that is going to be eased by sort of embracing, I would say, the fact that you have emotions. You may not be allowing yourself to really take your emotions seriously. And it's quite a complex situation that you find yourself in. You need to look beyond the words that are spoken to understand what they really mean. If you're not able to really understand deeply this deep emotional situation you're in, if you're not able to understand it on your own, the guidance here is to find someone trusted, a trusted counselor who can help you. And that doesn't mean like specifically a counselor as in that's their profession, though that might be someone you could turn to. It means really someone in your life that you trust their wisdom in the realm of the heart, that you can talk to try to help you understand what is what's really at the root of your blockage emotionally in the realm of love. We'll do some clarifying cards to see how that's specifically playing out in your life right now, but that's the general overall response from Spirit with regard to the question of what about love. And then we have our next question, which is, where's my money? When in the realm of financial matters, what's going on? We received the card 12, which is a major arcana card, 12, which is healing. Let's see if we can get a picture of him there for you. Him, her, it, this being. Very interesting staff with a snake wrapped around it. Healing. Let's see what this book has to say about this card. Keywords are healing, release, purification, forgiveness, transformation, infection. The key phrases: to be human is to be wounded. A time to connect body, mind, spirit, and soul. Let go of definitions and labels. Nurture passions and seek pleasure. Authenticity, honesty, and laughter. Find the source of disease and distress. You need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well-being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. Seek treatment. Do not be afraid. The healing card illustrates the third reason for being. However, it covers healing on several levels and does not necessarily suggest or imply that you are wounded or in need of healing, at least not on a conscious level. A happy, safe, and peaceful life does not always accord us with perfect health and well-being. Every person is vulnerable to disease, whether it manifests in physical, mental, or emotional stress, or as a feeling of emptiness and longing that is born of a spiritual wound. Now, how does this play in regard to the question of money? It seems you have some healing to do before you'll be able to really welcome true prosperity, financial, physical prosperity into your life. So it is perhaps, guiding you to see where do you need to heal mentally, physically, emotionally. What is blocking your energy flow? Because in order to have true abundance, financial abundance, you need your flow to be really strong. And it would seem that our message from Spirit here is that something needs healing in order to clear the path for that financial well-being. Now, our next question was, gotta get out of my own way. Where have I got to get out of my own way? And you got another major arcana here in the emotions card. Let's see what the book has to say about that. I'll show you the card. Emotions. Is that a dragon in the corner there? Holding a sword. There's a dragon. And there's another being down here, looking a bit distraught. Emotions. I want to try to get the camera to, there we go. I know the lighting is wretched. I do apologize. This week was a little rough. Okay. Emotions. The keywords: emotions, feelings, emotional honesty, positive emotions, negative emotions, acknowledgement, acceptance, expression. Key phrases: all emotions are necessary. How are your feelings influencing you? Use your feelings to evaluate a situation. Heed the message behind the feeling. Are you a negative or positive person? Do not prejudge the present based on the past. Practice acknowledging your feelings. Fill your day with laughter. Step back and detach emotionally. Positive emotions open you to learning. Repressing emotions creates disease. Address symptoms of emotional repression. So it seems that where you are in your own way is not dealing with something emotional that has come up and that you really just don't want to deal with. You want to tuck it away somewhere. But what Spirit is saying here is you can't ignore it. You can't tuck it away somewhere. You have to actually process it in order to move forward. So all emotions are valid emotions. If there is some aspect of your life where you're telling yourself that it's not okay to be angry, that anger isn't acceptable, that would be your block, right? Because anger is a very valid emotion. They're all equal, these emotions. And when we label them good or bad, we're doing ourselves a disservice. We need to accept each feeling that occurs and process it, not tuck it away and tell ourselves that we are not supposed to feel that or that it's bad in some way. It's really, that's not how this works. And our energy gets tied up in these sort of, dammed up areas, these blockages that are created when we try to pretend that we don't feel a certain emotion because we've told ourselves it's a bad thing. So let's just take some clarifying cards around these questions that we've gotten. With regard to love, what more can you tell us, Spirit, with regard to love for Aquarius for February? What more can you tell us with regard to love for Aquarius for February? It's a little slow. Things are not moving as quickly as you would like. You'd want things to move faster, but they're just not moving as quickly as you hope. And it doesn't look like that's going to change in February. You just have to be patient and deal with a little bit of delay there. But something is on the way. You can feel, though you may not consciously know, subconsciously you are aware that some shift or change, some positive development is on the way for you in the realm of love. If that's, an improvement in your current connection. That's kind of what I'm hearing. For some of you that don't have a connection, though, that could mean a connection is on the way for you, or a sense of satisfaction in the fact that you don't have a connection. That's also a possibility there, because not everybody wants to date. No, not everybody wants somebody else in their life. This tells me that there is a certain aspect of the delay that is of your own choice. You are in control here of the timing. Although you may not feel that. I know I'm getting some sense of, oh, what are you talking about? I want somebody now and I don't have anybody. I've been wanting somebody forever. I'm not in control of that. But you are. There's something within you that is holding you back and telling you it's not time. It's not time yet. There's something that needs to be addressed before this connection, which would be quite a good thing for you, this satisfying bond. There's some part of the path that needs clearing, something within you emotionally to be addressed before it'll be time and you'll be ready. And so for some of you, it may be a conscious thing. You hold the reins. You're moving forward at the pace you have chosen. And for others of you, that might come as news. But if you think about it, you'll be aware there is something within you that is resisting the fruition of that ideal of connection. Let me take a sip of tea. So let's take a look at the finances, where we know something needs healing so that the flow can come. What else do we have here? 10 of Pentacles. It looks like there's a great deal of potential here for financial comfort and stability in your future. This is sometimes called the generational wealth card, where you really get a sense that you are physically, materially comfortable and you don't need to worry about money. And there's also here an ambition. You've got a goal in mind. You've got a desire, a very strong desire to be in a different financial situation than the one you're in presently, and you have a strong ambition to make that happen. It's not for lack of wanting. It's not for lack of clear direction within your mind about where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Pardon me. And you have leadership ability here. You have a strong entrepreneurial bent about you. You have no problem taking authority, taking the lead, trying to achieve what you want to achieve. Done really well to get this far with this much talking without coughing, but I'm not sure how long that's going to hold out. So let's see what we can do. So yes, you know what you want. There is a promise here of you getting it. But you need to deal with the questions around the healing first. Okay, pardon me. I had to take just a moment's break there. For the question around where are you getting in your own way? And we talked a little bit there already about how all emotions are valid, and the longer you cling to this notion of some emotions being bad and needing to be tucked away without being felt, the longer you're going to stay stuck. What else do we have, Spirit, here for clarity for Aquarius on this question? You need to work with someone. We had said earlier when we looked at the first definitions and information about the card that perhaps you needed to work with someone. Three of Pentacles is consulting somebody more experienced than yourself to help you learn how to do something. And in this case, perhaps that's, a therapist, someone who helps you deal with emotions. Cognitive behavioral therapy, perhaps, is what I'm Justice. So something needs to be balanced out within you in order to move forward here, to get past this block. And that could be very well accepting that all emotions are valid, that it's not, life isn't all happy, it isn't all sad, they balance each other out. And the Five of Wands is our last clarifying card here. So this is asking where is this inability to let yourself feel emotions causing conflict in your life? Is there a relationship where someone is trying to really connect with you, but you're not letting that in because of an emotional block? That's kind of what I see there. I think that is related again to thinking that some emotions are bad, quote unquote bad. Your emotions are simply your reactions to situations. And when you label yourself as bad for feeling something that you simply feel, you cannot help but feel, you're damaging yourself to some extent, Aquarius. So this is what I see for February. I'm going to maybe take one more sip of water and we'll pull one oracle card for you. Just to finish off the month of February. So let's take one of the cards from the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck. Just going to give them a shuffle. Find your card. Aquarius, you have number 9, Rose Garden. See her? Sensitivity, awareness of nature, integrated whole, strength. Look at this beautiful woman who has transformed into a flower. She holds a red blooming rose to the place where her heart belongs. Her hair has become a leaf blown by the wind. She is part of nature and grows stronger with her every gentle touch and loving gesture. She is not alone. Her friends, the caterpillar and butterfly, are here to visit. Thorns threaten to prick her, but she is not scared. A rose is beautiful and strong because of its thorns, not in spite of them. So how does that sort of speak to this whole reading? Because I think it really does. A rose is beautiful and strong because of its thorns, not in spite of them, because of the less desirable, because of the unacceptable aspects of yourself, and I say that in air quotes for you, because of the things about yourself that you think are not acceptable. You are an amazing being, is what I'm seeing here. So try, I guess, the general message I see for February for you is try to accept yourself, your feelings, the things about you that need healing. Don't ignore them, because the key to love, to financial well-being, to overall health is to integrate your person, to integrate the parts of yourself into a whole. So for those of you wondering about love, the improvement comes at the speed at which you are prepared for it. And whether you're aware of it or not, you hold the reins. When you are emotionally ready to move to that next level, romantically, love-wise, it's in your control. And you need to simply be aware that it's not outside of you. It's not a factor outside of you. Things are moving slowly right now, and that is by design. Subconsciously, you know. You have a plan. You have a desired outcome, and you're waiting for it. and the timing is in your control. Financially, you have something to heal, but you have great potential here for long-term financial stability and well-being. It's, this block of having some parts of you emotionally that you think are bad that needs to be addressed. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you for your support of the channel, for the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And we'll see you in the weeklies. Blessings.